There's a spider in the corner of your ceiling right now, and it's the only thing standing between you and a cockroach infestation. Maybe worse. Here's the part that sounds made up, but isn't. Some of the spiders living quietly in your house actively hunt down other, more dangerous spiders, including brown recluses. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which spider is doing this, how it pulls it off despite being smaller and weaker, and why vacuuming it up might be the worst home defense decision you make this year. Most people's relationship with house spiders starts and ends with a shoe. That's the myth we need to clear up first, that spiders in your home are pests, full stop, no upside. The reality is messier and a lot more interesting. Start with the spider you've probably seen and ignored. Long, thin, spindly legs, a small, pale body, usually tucked into a ceiling corner or down in the basement. That's a cellar spider, sometimes called a daddy longlegs spider, and it is not the same thing as the harmless daddy longlegs bug you find outside, which isn't even a spider. This one builds a loose, messy-looking web and mostly just waits. What it's waiting for is the genuinely surprising part. Cellar spiders don't just catch flies and gnats. Researchers studying brown recluse spiders, including a well-known Texas A&M study, found that cellar spiders will invade a recluse's web, provoke it, and, in lab conditions, kill and eat it. A spider that's famous for a medically significant bite taken down by something you'd describe as that wispy thing in the corner. Now, the honest caveat, because credibility matters more than drama, this has been documented clearly in controlled settings. Whether it happens reliably enough in an average home to actually suppress a recluse population is less certain. Entomologists are careful not to oversell it as guaranteed pest control. So this isn't release a cellar spider and your recluse problem disappears. It's closer to the spider you've been killing on site might already be doing this job, sometimes for free, without you noticing. That's the wait what, but there's a second layer underneath it, and it's less dramatic but a lot more useful day to day.
Most house spiders, the ones building webs in window corners, behind furniture, near baseboards, aren't picky hunters. They're opportunists. Whatever wanders into the web becomes dinner. Flies, moths, mosquitoes, ants, and yes, roaches that wander too close at night. Silverfish too, especially the ground-level webs cellar spiders favor, since silverfish move along floors and skirting boards looking for moisture and starch. Here's the mechanism, and it's the part most people never think about. A house spider's web isn't a trap in the cartoon sense. It's a sensor array. Silk threads transmit vibration, and the spider reads those vibrations the way you'd read a text. Frequency and pattern tell it what's caught, how big, how much of a fight it's putting up before the spider even moves. That's how something the size of a fingernail can subdue prey that's sometimes bigger than it is. It doesn't rely on strength. It relies on venom that's disproportionately effective on insects and other arachnids, plus the simple fact that the prey is already stuck. So the myth that a house full of spiders means a dirty house doesn't really hold up either. Spiders don't show up because things are filthy. They show up because there's something to eat. A lot of spiders is usually a downstream symptom of an insect problem, not the cause of one. Kill the spiders without addressing the bugs, and you haven't solved anything. You've just removed your one volunteer. None of this means let every spider roam free. Some bites genuinely matter. Recluses and widows deserve caution, and frankly, a professional rather than a daddy longlegs spider. But the average corner-dwelling house spider, the one that's been sitting in the same web for 3 weeks doing nothing dramatic, it's working. Quietly, slowly, not for you, but in a way that happens to benefit you anyway. What changes after watching this probably isn't that you'll start loving spiders. It's that tonight, when you flip on a light and see one tucked in the corner, you might just leave it there a little longer than you would have yesterday. Not because it's cute, because you finally know what it's actually doing while you sleep. If you want to know what else is living closer than you think, there's more of this house waiting to be looked at differently.